Hey, let's go ahead and get started with the reading messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. First card that just popped out, it says, Hole in the Soul. Okay, what is going on here? We've got soulmate in the reverse. Okay, some of you guys are separated from someone that you love. This could be somebody who has passed away. This could be somebody that you're just no longer in contact with. It does not have to be romantic. It could be a friend, it could be a family member. And there's this feeling of like part of your soul is missing, part of your heart is missing. It's like when this person left, again, regardless of how they left, they took a piece of you with them. And isn't that par for the course? I mean, we always do. And it could have been because of pride and ego. What do we have here? Entrapment. Really feeling sad, feeling lonely, feeling trapped, feeling like you just can't get out. And I think it has a lot to do with your pride. Your pride, your ego, your fear. If this person or, people or whatever are missing from your life, it's almost like somebody here going, I just can't go on. I just can't move on. I just can't go on. And I get that for those of you who are a parent, because I am getting that parent child energy as well. Nobody should ever have to bury their own children. And, you can be really trapped in emotion. I feel like for some of you, whoever this is, like this is really intense, like energy. It's almost like you're the one teetering between life and death. And if that's the case, please get help. Please talk to somebody because, like, nobody should ever have to go through that experience alone. Wow, I didn't expect it to go this way. I say the between life and death because we do have this, the skeleton person, and then she's like, I'm here, but I'm not. I'm going through the motions of life, but I'm not quite here. I don't really have the wherewithal and the bandwidth and the mental capacity to even go on. And that in itself, like, we don't always have time to grieve. This is society is made up of, like, you go through an experience, oh well, get over it, move on, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And we're got all this energy now in Pisces, and Pisces is about the past. Pisces is about our emotions. Pisces is about letting go. But Pisces can also be illusions, delusions, fantasies, mental institutions, sorrow, depression, codependent relationships, cheating, lying, like clandestine affairs, those types of things. So regardless of whether this person passed away or if it was someone you had to let go of, I think in this Pisces energy, you're having to reflect on the past because it is the end of the year. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and then Aries being the first sign of the zodiac. So I feel like, this is going to be a time of, like, really reflecting on emotions that are going to come to the surface. We have the sun moving into Pisces tomorrow. We already have Mercury in Pisces, Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node. And then next month, Venus is also going to retrograde back into Pisces. So with all of that energy, it's like the universe's way of, like, bringing it all up and all the emotions and everything that you can't hide from your emotions. You can't hide, you can't hide the fact that you feel this deep hole, this pit that's like, I'm yearning for this individual to come back, or, and for some of you, it's permanent. They can't come back. And for others of you, you left someone in the past that maybe you need to go back and retrieve, but you're too afraid to go back and say, hey, I'm sorry. 9 times out of 10, when people do that, they know they owe you an apology. They know they screwed you over. They know they took it too far. and they would rather make themselves feel better about what they've done, and talk, and it's constantly having to talk themselves into it, right? Like, well, they did this and they did that, so that makes what I did even, and why I'm not talking to them even, more relevant. And it's like, but is it? Because at the end of the day, there's still this part of you that, yeah, your ego is one side, but there's another part of you that's like, why can't this just work out? Like, why? Like, I miss this individual. And I really feel like somebody here is, and I feel like the both of you are doing it. There could be like two of you, because we do have a blonde. Actually, there could even be three of you. We've got a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. you know? So, and it could have been from somebody being two-faced. Somebody was being two-faced. But it's like being entrapped in those emotions, not being able to let this person go. And I feel like you could feel their ghost. You can feel them. For some of you, you're having a tough time because, if this is somebody who has passed over, when we pass over, our energy is still very strong, our earth energy. And so you'll see signs of this person, and it's because their energy is still there, right? But then for about a year, it takes like, a few weeks to a month or so. And then after that, you don't feel them. You're not getting signs of them. You're not dreaming of them. And you're like, wait, did they leave me? And it's like, no, they have to go back and they have to learn a few things. And then they have to conjure up all that energy again, just to flicker those light bulbs. And for some of you, they're trying to tell you, but you're too blind in your sadness for you to even listen. So whether this person is here or not, if you're seeing signs of them, hearing music that the two of you used to listen to, or having dreams, or you're seeing their name everywhere, or somebody that is close to them, and you think of them, or you just randomly think of them, those are all signs. And it really comes to like, what did you feel when you thought of them? Was it anger? Was it sadness? Was it like, wow, I kind of really miss this person? Or what is that feeling? Oh, fuck, I feel really bad for what I did. I maybe I did take it too far. And this could go vice versa. Maybe you're both feeling that, because again, I see multiple people in this situation, and somebody bowed out, whether again, they passed away and you didn't get that closure. Maybe you had an argument before, or you took life for granted and thought this person would always be there. And the universe is like, yeah, no, it was time for them to go. And now you're, faced with regret, and I think that that's what we need to learn, is to look past that pride and have the courage to step forth and stop procrastinating, thinking that, I'm a victim, or I have all the time in the world. Time is a friend to no one. You have to rely on your faith and recognize the cycles of life. And there we have that clock in the background. It looks like a clock, right? And how teachable are you? Are you learning from these lessons? Are you paying attention to those dreams? Because for some of you, you are dreaming of the person, that, but we sit in this victim consciousness of like, well, all this stuff always happens. I have no faith, that things will ever change. And it's so not true. It's so not true. And so cycles do come back around, and we're at the end of a cycle. We're at the end of this cycle. We're at the Pisces before we shift into Aries. And then we start the clock all over again. I see these flowers all around, I see flowers. Flowers are about beauty and purity and, passion and love. I think at the end of the day, if it's somebody that you genuinely, truly love, it's worth it. It's worth it for you to step out of your comfort zone and maybe say, I was wrong. I allowed my pride and my ego to overwhelm me. And I wanted to, and that's funny, they just showed me the clock. There is a clock. I allowed my pride and my ego to get in my way. I feel like the two of you guys are looking for each other. And again, whether this person has passed away, but someone needs to come out of the victim mentality of you did this and you did that and constantly bringing up the past, like ending that cycle once and for all. And it's like she's holding the light and this other person, it's like they allow this person's letting their fear stop them. These two are holding the lamp. So it's like maybe if there is three people in this situation, you and one other person wants to find you, but the other party wants to hold on to that. Like, well, I'm going to say and do everything in my power to brainwash myself into believing that you're the bad person or that you're at fault. Even though they're looking in and going, man, I really want this to end. And I want to be a part of that. So I think if there is a three-party situation where you're on the outs with other people, I think one person's going to come back in and want to make amends, but I think it will take time for the other person to come back in to make that amends, if that makes sense. For those of you who are dealing with three people. Wow. I'm going to leave that here, you guys, subject to interpretation. Let me know if this reading resonates with you. At the end of the day, I think that we have to get past that fear of doing the right thing, because I think it only ends up hurting you in the long run when you hold back knowing. And for those of you who are on the other side, who have said everything they could say, were attacked, and you guys were, it's not that you're 100% innocent by any means, but I think if you were the one on the receiving end of all of this, and right when I said that, a chicken just flew up on my porch. Hi, buddy. He's walking on my amethyst crystal right now. Awesome. So that's definitely an omen. Pay attention to chickens. Maybe somebody has chickens, something to do with chickens, or roosters. Maybe they're year of the cock. Okay. I'm going to leave that here because he is now eating my bamboo. What are you doing, buddy? All right, you guys, I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. And if you want to get further into this situation, if it resonates with you, definitely schedule a reading at thefootstepstopeace.com. Don't forget to give it a like, a share, and a subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And thank you to all that have been. And I do appreciate you all. Anyway, I love you. Have a beautiful day. Take care.